Well, good morning. I am sitting in the Julian Cafe and Bakery having a pretty robust breakfast that I've just polished off here. As should be evident, I was unable to make a closing video last night. We got into the Stagecoach RV resort where we rented a little bungalow. Makes it sound a little more posh than it was. It's like a small closet with two bunks in it with a mattress and a sheet, and that's about it. But that said, they had washing machines, they had free showers, they had loaner towels, and even loaner clothes so that you could have something to wear while you washed all your clothes. So we accomplished all those tasks yesterday and had a good night's sleep in the bungalow, which was really great because the winds are howling outside. I mean, they feel like, I have no idea what the speeds are, but I think there's probably gusts upwards to 50, 60 miles an hour even at times. But, being in a hard shelter has its advantages in this super windy weather. So the plan today is to do what we call a 0 day. That's 0 trail miles as we resupply here in Julian. I have a package to mail back. We could go to a gear shop. A number of things to accomplish here in town, and then we'll catch a ride back to the Stagecoach RV and Resort, which is closer to the trailhead actually, this afternoon, and kind of rest up and get ready to get back on trail in the morning. So the next trail town will be Warner Springs, and I believe that's 2 to 3 days away. So need to get resupplied for 3 days of food. And again, I think the projections are that we're going to continue to have wind for a few days, so we may be battling that for a bit, but it is what it is. And not much, it's a resupply day. It's a cute little town here in Julian. And so this will probably be the only video from today, unless I take some pictures in town of something that looks interesting. But for now, we're doing great. Feeling a little sore. I mean, it really is impressive how stiff and unwalkable and unworkable your legs feel first thing in the morning. And I know Lauren remembers that from when we were on the Camino. It's the same. And my understanding is it never.
Can he get a glass of water? I'd love to see that knocked out when we can.
So we just ordered our apple pie, which Julian is supposedly famous for, and ice cream. And I just downed this big 3-egg burrito that was pretty impressive and has certainly worked its magic on me. And so that's about it. We'll be checking in. There won't be much in the way of developments for our advancing today, and back on the way tomorrow. Until then, sign off. Well, here it is. The height of the Hiker Ritz-Carlton, the Pecos A, connoting the fact that this structure here is actually a duplex structure, and we only get half of it. So it's here and situated in the desert. The winds, fortunately, have come down a little bit, but they're not gone. And you can kind of see the setup here with our restroom and shower facility over across the ways, and you can see that we're in the valley, the desert valley between these mountain ranges, and we're heading up into those mountains tomorrow. So I think that'll be it for today. We had a great day today in Julian. Sampled some of their famous apple pie on 2 occasions, a la mode. Had a huge breakfast burrito this morning, and also stopped at one of the coffee shops and the local breweries. And so altogether a helpful day. We did some resupply, had some very good places to actually find some needed hiker gear, and hopefully be back on the trail tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm sad to report that my knee was stiff this morning, and when we went out to walk up front and catch our ride into Julian, I was going, man, this knee is really something. And so I thought about getting a knee sleeve at the hiker shop there in town, and so I pulled up my pant legs to fit the sleeve, and my knee was effused. So obviously some significant local irritation. No real mechanical joint line tenderness or anything that would suggest that there's anything like a meniscal tear. So I suspect this is just patellofemoral irritation as a direct result of all the climbing, and in particular the day prior we had a lot of significant descents, and I found that was probably the most aggravating on the knee. So tomorrow we're going to be climbing more than we're descending. So hopefully with the combination of the knee sleeve, a little TLC, and maybe some ibuprofen, we're going to see our way through to recovery. But I will check in tomorrow morning. Well, warm greetings. This evening I'm again here at Stagecoach. We've had our 0 day in Julian, and all things considered, I think it's been a very successful day. We got a resupply. We made a grand tour of the eating establishments in Julian, and basically showed no restraint on what we were able to take in. But I certainly sampled 2 apple pies from 2 separate establishments. Again, had this ginormous breakfast. Went to the local beer brewing company, and honestly, I couldn't think about eating any more at that point. Thomas had a Philly cheese steak sandwich, but I am more than satisfied. We were able to resupply to hopefully carry us through until Warner Springs. And so tomorrow we are scheduled to meet with a trail angel at 8 o'clock who's going to take us back to the trailhead, and we will continue on from there. Projecting about 9+ miles. It's going to be all uphill going back into the mountains. And honestly, I think that that's probably all I really want to try and take on with this effused knee. I did get the knee sleeve. It does feel a bit better with that. And it doesn't feel like it's a mechanical issue. I think it's just the continual grading, the patellofemoral grading necessitated by particularly descents in steep terrain. The trail is sometimes not a very nice nice footpath, and frequently strewn with boulders and rocks, and it just can be some very unsettling footing. And so I'm hopefully going to take it easy until that knee starts behaving better. But that's the game plan for tomorrow. We maybe have 2, maybe 3 days into the town called Warner Springs. And there we will go in and do some additional resupply and maybe stay. These towns are not exactly on the trail. So like going into Julian was like a 17-mile adventure, and without trail angels to really help you navigate the the transportation, it would really just about be impossible. But fortunately, they have a pretty well-established network, and so that's the plan. We may be dealing with wind for the next couple of days, and we're in an area that tends to really concentrate that, and so I'm kind of expecting the next few camping nights may be a little challenging. So we'll take it as it comes, and so aside from a few minor setbacks with respect to especially the knee, I think we're doing okay, and carrying on and advancing on. And so until tomorrow morning, signing off for now. Again, we did no hiking today. There'll be no tracking video, and see you up the trail. Bye-bye.